Mate, are you feeling stuck in your business right now? Well, you're in luck. I'm Grant Dowsett and I went from drowning in booze to ocean views, and now I help the men who are leaders in business to go from overwhelmed to in control with my visioneering formula in just 5 days. Alright, I want to introduce you to a word today. I'd almost guarantee you've never heard of it, or probably any of your mates either. But once it clicks, you'll start seeing it everywhere in yourself, in the people around you, and in every gap between where you are and where you say you want to be. The word is praxis. Definition: the integration of your beliefs with your behaviour. That's it. Sounds simple. It's not, because most people, most intelligent, capable, hard-working people are walking around with their beliefs and their behaviour completely out of sync and are totally oblivious to the fact. And the gap between what they say they believe and how they actually move through the world is exactly the size of the results they're not getting. Here's the real example of a client. I'll call him Marcus. He's a smart guy. He ran a successful consultancy, and he would tell you hand on heart that he fully believed in himself. He journaled it, affirmed it all the time, and yet every time it came to putting his fees up or going after a much bigger client or making the move he'd been talking about for 18 months or more, he'd hesitate, then pull back at the last minute every single time. Here's what's actually happening, not philosophically, but neurologically. His belief existed in his conscious intellectual mind. It was a surface level cognitive construct, articulate, logical, and verbal. But in his subconscious mind, the programs built over decades of lived experience were running an entirely different signal. One that said very quietly but on a constant loop, "You're not quite good enough for that yet, Marky boy." Neuroscience actually has a term for this, the knowing-doing gap. It's not a character flaw, it's a brain architecture issue. Your prefrontal cortex can consciously hold a belief while your basal ganglia, which drives the habitual automatic behaviour, executes a completely different program. Until the new belief gets encoded with the neural level through the brain's neuroplasticity, the old behaviour keeps running on autopilot and you are never the wiser. My mentor Bob Proctor described it this way: we carry belief on two levels. There's the intellectual belief, the kind that can articulate, the kind that lives in logic and language, and then there's the subconscious belief built through repetition and emotional experience over your entire lifetime. And that one is the one controlling your behaviour until you change it, that is. Napoleon Hill said, "No one is ready for a thing until they believe they can acquire it. The state of mind must be belief, not mere hope or wish." You can't just hope, it must be a deeply integrated subconscious belief. So how do you actually close the gap? The science is clear on two mechanisms now. The first is constant spaced repetition. You write the new belief down in present tense as if it's already true, and you reread it and rewrite it every single day with genuine feeling. What you're doing is using neuroplasticity to deliberately break down the old habitual pathway, while at the same time building a new neural pathway, reinforcing it daily until it becomes the default over your old one. This is not a metaphor, it's measurable, documented brain science. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Consistent repetition is how you direct that wiring. The second mechanism is a strong emotional impact, a powerful enough experience that creates a new neural imprint almost instantly. That's what happened to me after losing my business of 14 years. The depression, the drinking, my near fatal accident because of it. I was walking, not driving when that happened, by the way. That level of emotional intensity rewrites your subconscious programming in ways that take much longer through gentle daily practice. I most definitely do not recommend that path, but unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, I know that path all too well. Here's what I really want you to take from our time together today, and that is to think about one area of your life or business where your results are constantly not matching what you say you believe, where your behaviour is telling a different story and results to your words. Just see it, don't judge it, because the gap is costing you every day, and you can't lose what you can't honestly put your finger on. Praxis isn't a concept, it's a standard. Am I being what I say I believe, or am I just paying it lip service? There's only one version of you that changes your results. It's the version where your belief and behaviour become one. I'll see you on the next one, part 9 of my Visioneering series. If you want to find out how you can turn your life around in just 5 days, comment yes to learn more, or you can get a free self-assessment and or apply to see if you qualify for my complimentary 3-day Visioneering Reboot that's one-on-one with me to uncover what's been actually keeping you stuck. And together we will formulate a solid plan that finally puts you in control. The links are in the description. Bye for now. From Grant, I literally program you for success. Douse it.